Hi, my beautiful Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Jupiterra. I'm Sylvie June. I'm here to tap into your current energies. We want to let the cards shed light on any mysteries, seeking light, divination, and clarity. Let's begin. We're just pulling you an Angel Guide Oracle card for guidance. What's the Angel Guide card? We have forgiveness and understanding and earth and ground. So this is a time of, grounding yourself, feeling best when you ground yourself, and also understanding and forgiving. So this might have been a situation that you have experienced, something that, you yourself weren't expecting, maybe to do with a home family life not working out, something that you or somebody else didn't put effort in, and so we are now in the phase of wanting forgiveness. Emperor, you are showing up very strong with the Page of Swords in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in your past position in the reverse. Let's get your crowning energy. Crowning energy. We have so many cards. We have the Page of Cups, crowning energy, the Hermit, and Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so Aries, this is a very, very powerful, strong time for you. You're coming into your power. There was something in the past that was unmanageable, and you tried your best to juggle a situation. It could have, been different priorities, competing priorities, and it just became too hard to juggle. So that was kind of, essentially dropped, not dropped the ball, but, the priorities had to be made. And the crowning position is the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is almost like saying, well, we're missing sort of an apology or an act of kindness. It's almost like we'd want that to come in, but it's not coming in. So you got yourself into a position where you did a lot of soul searching, and you are ready to come out of that. It wasn't the easiest of times, and sometimes when we're seeking forgiveness, or when we have someone who's done something that was unjust to us, or that, where we're seeking an apology and we want to be able to forgive them. So basically a situation without proper closure, we get into our own head and we're seeking answers from within. This seems to be you coming out of that. So it seems that the answers you have given yourself are from within. So this is an Aries who has grounded themselves, finding a lot of the grounding energies here, and therefore how you're showing up for yourself now is in your element as the divine masculine, very much in your strategic, systematic energies, where you know what you want and you're going after it, and your confidence has returned completely. So you might have let go of this situation. You might have thought, you know what, there's nothing I can do to apologize or to receive an apology, but in my heart I know which way I'm going, and I'm going to have to stop thinking about it. I'm going to have to stop mulling it over. I'm going to have to stop being curious about that situation moving forward. And so what we have going forward is the Wheel of Fortune. You want to move in the next direction, but it's in the reverse. So it's almost like not quite letting you, and it almost seems like you're being pulled out of your solitude to deal with the situation, and it's not you. This closure is still open, and what you're just going to have another chance, possibly through the retrograde period now, where Saturn currently sitting in your sign is also retrograde. So perhaps this is an opportunity where whatever it takes is for you to be at your best, for you to be grounded, for you to know who you are, and for you to know your intentions. And that is sometimes all we can do. And the rest follows. So while you're in your most high vibrational here, surrendering, grounding yourself, so that, we don't want to come at things with control. We want to let that go, and there might be another opportunity where you get to revisit the situation, for not for makeover, but for perhaps a chance to understand and forgive, from a high vibrational place. Because when you had this situation in the past, when you were juggling multiple things, multiple priorities, and this is a card of overwhelm and just not being able to do it. You weren't able to juggle any of it. And so being in this sort of energy where we're stressed, this is stress, perhaps you couldn't see why the situation was the way it was, why perhaps there was some treatment that you didn't like, as I said, someone where you were expecting an apology or some sort of kind gesture, and it just never materialized, where you had to give it to yourself and you had to kind of go inward. But rather than you being sort of disappointed in human nature and others, you have a chance now to understand from a high vibrational point of view as the Emperor in your element, going through the retrograde phase and looking at, understanding what went on. And sometimes there is a higher calling, and sometimes when we are not at our most centered and grounded, it is difficult to balance ourselves out. So wherever that imbalance was, that if that was an energy shown to you, it could have been mirrored back to you. But you get another opportunity before this moves forward to decide, finding your peace with the situation, forgiving and understanding, and really being able to then move forward in the very strong energy that you're in now as the Emperor. So there is some generosity of spirit required here that is going to make you feel a lot more grounded. And that's when you're calling in beautiful changes, and that change will come for you the way you desire it. So you are doing everything you can as the Emperor now, which is a wonderful energy to be in. And it's just asking you to revisit and find a way to reframe the situation that needed closure, so that you can move on in the best way possible, and that we release those energies that don't serve us. I hope this resonated with you, my beautiful Aries. If it did, please like and subscribe and share. That really helps the channel, and I appreciate you so much. If you didn't, please check out your other placements and take it as it comes.